It's 4 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 6 o'clock in Chicago. And it's 7 p.m. here in Philadelphia. Hello, everybody. I'm Mad Dog the Scipio. This is What's the Buzz, America's Popcast on WTBR Radio 88.7 FM in Philadelphia. Tonight, we start off the show with some sad news from Hollywood. Particularly sad to our guest tonight, Nick Santa Maria, who knew this woman and was actually coached by her at the Actors Studio, if I remember. Nick, how will you believe Sally Kirkland will be remembered by the general public?
I would say more than likely her nominated performance, her Oscar-nominated performance. And I feel like an idiot right now. We're talking about ageism, and I can't remember the name of the movie.
It's okay.
She was a very sweet lady.
Would it have been The Haunted? It wasn't The Haunted, was it?
And I don't think it was The Haunted. No. Go down the list.
Yeah, I got her credits here. The Sting, JFK, probably The Sting.
No, wasn't The Sting. It was more recent than that.
Oh, wow. Okay. The only one that I remember her last film was actually Bruce Almighty. Might have been, I don't know, had to have been before that or just slightly after.
I just can't remember. And I know it wasn't like a huge movie.
Right.
You know, but her performance was singled out. And
wow.
I remember that whole period. She really pushed. She
was
really
it 80
pushed.
for Brady? Something like that.
What is it?
80 for Brady?
No, I don't
Probably
think
that
so.
one.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Who did she play in Bruce Almighty? That was one of my favorite movies.
Oh, I know. Hold on. It was called Anna.
That's it.
It was called Anna. That was back in 87.
Right.
1987.
That's a new movie to me.
I just read it on her bio sheet. Let me tell everybody a little bit about Sally Kirkland. She was an American actress. I'm going to show everybody who she was. Hate to say who she was, but you know what? She had a good run. She had 84 years under her, and that was pretty good. Sally Kirkland was an American actress known for her Oscar-nominated performance in Anna, 1987, for which she won the Golden Globe and Critics' Choice Awards. She had a prolific career in film and television over 6 decades. I want you to think about that. People don't perform for 6 decades anymore. You're lucky if people 5 years from now will remember who the A-listers were.
Oh yeah.
It's remarkable. Her career included JFK, The Sting, Bruce Almighty. She was a former avant-garde artist and an activist, and Kirkland was also a painter, an acting teacher, which we'll talk to Nick about, and a humanitarian. And her humanitarian work included vehemently, and I mean, and I've seen her in front of Congress do this, vehemently bringing up the cause of AIDS and discrimination amongst AIDS patients for getting medical treatment, and largely because of her work, her and Liza Minnelli, the two of them kind of spearheaded the Human AIDS Foundation. The people who have AIDS, for those of you who are maybe too young to remember, AIDS was, and in some circles still is, a pariah. If people don't want to talk about it, it's a shame, but you have to talk about it. And Liza Minnelli and Sally Kirkland were not afraid to talk about it, not afraid at all to broach the subject. Problem is, once they stopped, so did everybody else, and that's kind of shameful, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, are you kidding? It was the first, it was our first plague, really, before COVID,
Sure.
And unfortunately, it hit a specific group the hardest.
Yeah.
And me being in theater, I lost so many friends. You have no idea.
I do have a great idea. I lost a lot of people to AIDS, my friend. A lot.
Yeah.
I remember my career paralleled yours in some regard, although your career was on the stage. Mine was in the clubs, and we basically catered to the same kind of people.
Drunks.
Homosexuals.
Homosexual
Or
drunk.
sometimes, Nick, even drunk homosexuals.
Didn't I just say that? It's sort of an echo here.
Right? Exactly. Drunk homosexuals.
At least he's quoting a good quote.
They're
You know?
great minds, I'll tell you, it's great minds. Talk to me about Sally Kirkland. I want to bring you up on the big camera here.
Okay.
Talk to me about Sally.
I don't want to mislead anyone. We weren't best friends. I haven't been in touch with her, but she was my teacher when I matriculated at the Lee Strasberg's Actors Studio in Hollywood. And she was a devout a believer in the method acting. And you know what that is, I'm sure. And I was not. I found out that I adhered more to Spencer Tracy's rule of acting, which was learn your lines and don't walk into the furniture.
Absolutely.
It's all I needed, you know.
Yeah.
Tell me what the character's like and I'll fit myself into it. It's just
Absolutely.
that simple. But she had me pretending to drink a hot cup of tea, and there was nothing there. I was just doing this. And I had to show them how realistically I drank this cup of hot tea. It was the stupidest thing. Anyway,
I got one better for you.
I did not finish my time there. I quit halfway through, and she was cool with it. She knew.
And you were very, very wise to do that.
Wait a minute, I'm still talking. What is the deal? Angelo, it's called listening. Okay, it's called conversation. I'm correcting the host. But anyway, she understood, and she also understood that there were different kinds of actors. You know, not everyone adhered to the method. So that was my time with Sally. Very sweet lady, very tall. She had a very big crush on Sam Shepard, the playwright and actor, and brought him in one day. And she was like a teenager. She was like a little girl when he was around. But anyway, she was a very sweet lady, a very good teacher, and I wish her peace now.
There you go. I studied the Stanislavski method, which is far worse than God bless you that you did the Lee Strasberg. Sense memory. That's
it.
Man, please. Well, that's a show we need to do for Cal.
That's right, Mr. Actor there in the white clothes.
He's trying.
He looks like a marshmallow.
Right, exactly.
The white, is it too much white?
No. It's cool. It's your privilege. It's your privilege. It's white privilege.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that's edgy.
That was edgy. Wasn't that edgy?
Right.
It's so edgy. It's so edgy. I don't have to shave tomorrow.
And I'm not afraid to interrupt my guests either. God knows.
I hadn't noticed, Angelo. I hadn't noticed.
Yes. You'll find that as you come back, and you will come back because they all do.
Don't threaten me.
That I will continue at some point to interrupt you, and I'll probably do it again tonight. Amelia,
I'll tell you the only part I don't like is that you ask me a question, I say the first sentence, and then you stop me. You stop me, and I haven't answered your question yet.
And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why it happens. I have a very short window of which to get it out. And sometimes I want to add to that question that's already been articulated. And I find like the only way to do it is to either slip it in quick and hope that the guest will hear it, or they'll tell me to shut the fuck up.
Wow. Sounds like my honeymoon.
So tonight, Nick, you and I are going to have, since you and I are the elders in the room today, we're going to have a discussion that brought us together. And it started with something that happened to you personally. You went on a call to do a television project, correct? It was a TV project, and you had costume changes and you had quick set changes and all this kind of. Can you, without giving too much your story, because I want you to tell it, nobody wants to hear me tell it. What I would like you to do is to walk us through that process and how it brought us to you and me tonight here.
Okay. Well, I got a call from some friends of mine who were starring in a brand new show, and it was a reality show, unscripted, but it was characters, and I was hired to play all the different characters that played against the leads. Now, in one show, I made 7 different changes. Now, I don't know if you know how difficult that is. Even to make 2 changes is difficult during a 12-hour day.
Yeah.
And the costumes they chose for me. Oh, let me just preface this. I was 15 years older than anyone on the set, both cast and crew.
Yeah.
And so the costumes were all sweaters, sweatshirts, you name anything heavy. It was on me. And the lights are just brutal. You know that. And I almost passed out twice. And then at one point, I actually tripped over a light stand and almost hit my head again. I had a head injury recently. And that was it. I stood up and I made the decision right then and there. I had to make a very important decision. I had 2 more weeks of work. In fact, I had like 14 more shows to do. And I just said, I can't do it. You're going to have to, luckily they called the guy who I beat out. So the second guy was still available and it was okay. And it wasn't union. So I was able to just walk away. And I had to. It was a very tough decision to make.
I was going to ask you, Nick, was it a tough call? Because this is work.
Yes. Yes.
And it's, no actor that I know wants to leave money on the table.
Right.
Especially when it's good money and you don't have to travel real far to get it.
Well, I had to go to Louisville, Kentucky to shoot this.
Oh, in relative terms, that's not too terribly far.
Yeah.
At least you didn't have to fly, from coast to coast, which is a lot. A lot of people do that.
Yeah, usually.
But the one thing that's important that I think that people need to understand, that you're doing this in the summertime. The weather's hot.
Yes.
And so we need to caveat what Nick said by telling you the man's working in 90-degree lights, but it's 110 outside.
Right. And no air conditioning.
And no air.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So you have to ask yourself, you have to look at yourself and, at your age, and you have to realize your limitations at this point.
Yeah.
You don't want to hurt yourself. So
absolutely,
I made that decision. And it was a very big decision. And I felt I still feel very good about it.
Mm-hmm.
And here's karma. The money I lost in not doing the last 2 weeks of shooting, when I got home, my head injury was sewn up, by the local hospital here in the emergency room. And it cost quite a lot of money. Before I left to shoot this gig, I very haphazardly filled out a form. In fact, I didn't fill it out. I just signed it and mailed it in. And when I got back, all of my hospital bills were taken away.
Wow.
So there you go. It all evened out. Just like Jerry Seinfeld says, it all evened out.
It was a wash.
Yep.
Cal, you are the actor in training here, Cal. So I will give you the beloved first shot here. So make it a good one. Make it count, brother.
No pressure, pal.
No, none at all.
Well, I've done 2 productions for HBO. I just got done filming my first movie.
Hold on a minute, Cal. I want you to ask Nick a question. I don't want to hear your credits right now. You ask an actor for a question. He's going to give you his credits. Talk to Nick.
Okay,
we'll talk about your credits later.
Yeah.
Talk to Nick.
If you were not doing, the Broadway, the musicals, if you were not, what would you be doing? Like, jazz, like maybe some clubs, just curious.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely, if theater was not in the picture, I probably would have stayed with stand-up. I left stand-up because, number one, I don't drink at all. So, and I can't stand drunks. I can't stand them. I have no patience, no tolerance for them.
Yeah, it's the lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. And it's not my lifestyle. I don't go to bars. I don't like places that are loud. I don't even like comedy clubs, to be honest with you. 9 times out of 10, you're like going, how did this guy get on stage? So It would be stand up, and I would also be writing. I'd be writing and maybe teaching. I also teach, by the way.
Oh, what subjects do you teach?
I really teach show business. Right now I'm doing a class on the history of the American musical film. I teach a course on the film comedy. I have 6-week courses for like Abbott and Costello, the Marx Brothers, Chaplin, Buster Keaton, Laurel and Hardy. I teach adult education. So these are people that want to come and learn. So it's nice.
And this is why I wanted you here, Cal. I told you we're going to teach you. We're going to educate you.
How old are you, Cal?
And I wanted him here, Nick, because I think he's got some gift, but I want him to do it the right way. There are people associated with Cal who I know well that if at every opportunity will take a shortcut to get there. I'm not a believer in shortcuts. Put the work in, put the sweat equity in, and do the fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get hired. Do the work.
Mm-hmm.
So by the way, Nick, I'm 36.
Thank you.
Yeah, and do the work. Because at your age, you're relatively old getting into the business at 36. They're hiring 15, 16-year-old kids.
And that's just Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Holy shit.
No shit, right? For real. No, but I wanted to talk about this tonight because this is a subject matter that is absolutely destroying the livelihood of actors over the age of 50. And I'm not even kidding when I say over 50. Now, when you're over 60, like Nick and I, it gets you have one of two choices. You either say F it, all of it, and you do what you want to do and do what you feel you have to do to get the work out. Like myself, who's going to hire a 65-year-old radio personality? Well, thank God that radio was dying and the podcast market was booming at a time when I was asking myself those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now I have a whole nother lease at life. I get to interrupt people while they're talking.
At least you're doing something you're good at.
I'm telling you, I believe. Do what you know how to do and do it well. By God, Amelia, questions for Nick.
Right.
How you have talked about this before.
Oh, welcome to my Facebook page, by the way.
Oh, thank you for asking me to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask you, how you said you're a teacher and things like that. Let's say a 15, 16-year-old came up to you, say, I want to be an actor, actress. What advice would you give them to start out with?
Get another job. That's what I heard my whole life, by the way.
He ain't lying.
It's a tough racket. It's a very tough racket, but it's doable. And I'm living proof, and so is Angela. We're proof that it's doable. Basically, what you have to do is, okay. I talk about theater a lot, but that's where you get your legs. I call it your legs. That's where you get your legs. You learn. You could do anything once you've mastered the stage and you've mastered an audience. You could do anything after that. And if you get into an improv company, which I'm really suggesting for you, Cal. I know it's scary. It took me a year to get up the nerve to audition for the improv company I was in. But everything came from there, not just my confidence and my skills, but people come to those shows. People see you. And my other advice to you, and this is very important, get into one of the unions as quickly as you can and in whatever way you can. Okay. Right now, my union is supporting me financially and I'm not working. So you could build up a pension, and that's what you're working for. If you become an actor, chances are you're not going to become a star. Okay. Chances are. But if you're not a star and you put in enough time into either union, SAG, AFTRA, the equity, you're going to get a pension at the end, and you're going to want that pension. So that's my best advice to you.
Screen Actors Guild the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists and Actors Equity are all key. And if you want to be an actor, you have to join those unions, or you will not work.
And if you do work, you're going to be working for little money.
Yeah, and you're going to work for scale. Yeah,
right. And you won't have health insurance either.
I'm actually
the other thing that. Sorry, I'm sorry. I was going to say, Cal. It's important. The other thing that's critical. What Nick tells you, work. Stars don't work. Stars fade out. Actors work.
That's why they call them working actors. That's me. I'm a
working actor. Yeah, that means you're going to be able to pay your bills every month. You're going to be able to pay your rent. They won't shut your lights off.
Right.
I know. I can, and we've had Jim Fife. Thank God, Jim is a buddy of mine. Been on the show here talking about, and he named 5 people that were stars. That one of them was sleeping in a Goodwill dumpster in L.A. Richard Grieco. They found him sleeping in a dumpster. Okay, and this guy was good looking. He had money. He had the girls loved him. He was unrecognizable. He almost looked like Cal, for crying out loud.
Good looking guy,
right?
Why would he wear a white shirt? Why would he wear a white shirt in a dumpster?
I know, right? Amelia, questions.
Also, you know how you were talking about the leading ladies and the way they look now. Do you think how bad of a difference is there now between them now and maybe somebody like Jean Harlow back in the day?
There's a big difference in just the quality of the film itself. And I know now it's not even film, but I'm saying that back then there was a gloss. There was it was almost like fantasy, you know. They were idealized. They were objectified. All of those things, and all of those things that I think are good actually. Whereas today it's more realistic. They look more, natural. They're not glowing when they walk into a room,
They're not.
I think that's the difference, but it also makes them less memorable to me. There's only a few actresses I could from today that I could pinpoint and say, oh yeah, they're so and so. There's a few that I really like and I do go see, but otherwise I really don't know what's going on today. I don't know. I could trip over stars and I wouldn't know who they are.
And that's the difference between the days of the 40s and 50s. By the way, and I'm glad I reminded myself. Our audience calls me to task often. I was remiss in playing the Biffle and Schuster clip last night, but I have to do that tonight.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, I got 407. I'm not even kidding. Amelia, you know how much.
He gets quite a bit of emails.
To a fault, I'm honest about this show. And I will tell you, 417 people said, where the F is the Biffle and Schuster?
Yeah, you said you were going to show
here
it.
You go,
Where is
folks.
it?
Here's Biffle and Schuster.
Doing, Benny? Oh, I'm writing to a correspondence school. They're teaching me how to write. Good luck on that. Hey, look. Ooh. Hiya, folks. B-I-F-F-Iffle Biffle. S-H-O-O-Ooster Schuster. Biffle and Schuster. Need we say more? What? You say you're ready for action, adventure, excitement, comedy, romance?
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Is that my wife?
No. It's the vast American movie-going public.
How'd they all get in the phone booth?
I don't know, but guess what they're ready for?
What?
The next Biffle and Schuster picture.
I love those guys.
Me too. And guess what? They're coming to this very theater soon.
It's a frame up, it's a crime. Better watch it or you're doing time. What we mean to say is, hey, it's a frame up.
Are you sure I'll be leaving the store in competent hands?
You bet. We're both incompetent.
It's a setup, it's a scam. Better take it off the lamb and scram. What we mean to say is, hey, it's a frame up.
Yes, I was looking for something in a painting.
Wouldn't you rather have something in a frame?
You can change the key on me, you can even change the station. It's as clear can be, it's a very squarey situation.
Oh, don't worry, it's very simple. There are two kinds of paintings, oil And water.
Oil and water? You mean like salad dressing?
Oh, no.
Yeah, Thousand Island. An island's got to be surrounded by water.
Will you stop?
Suppose they find oil on that island.
Forget about the islands. We're not talking about an island. We're talking about a medium.
A medium? You mean she could tell my future?
It's a frame up, like we said. Pay attention or you lose your head. What we mean to say is, hey.
You beslubbering, swag-bellied mothworm!
Don't be vulgar.
It's an F-R-A-M-E.
H-I-F-E-N-U-P.
Let me ask you a question. Would you eat yesterday's soup? Good. Then come back tomorrow.
It's an ornate mahogany, rectangular, double matted frame up.
Get your tickets early.
Oh, yeah!
I love those guys.
Yay.
I love those guys too. They're great.
That was us singing.
I wanted to ask you a technical question about this Biffle and Schuster clip. How did you guys get the sound to sound like a 40s, 1950s film? You know what I'm talking about. There's a particular type of sound.
That kind of hit.
It's like a muffled sound, but not muffled at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good, Cal.
That's
Yeah.
Our genius of an editor, and I can't recall his name, but he worked with Michael Schlesinger, the producer, director, writer, and you could do anything with a computer now. He not only adjusted the picture to make it look like that, even to the point where you saw the little circle in the corner when the real change happens. You know, you see that in the old movies.
Oh, yeah.
This guy actually made everything look completely and sound completely accurate. So I give him all the credit.
Leon in our chat says Cal looks like he should be a body double for Johnny Depp. A body double or a face double? Because Johnny's, I think, is built a little better than Cal.
I don't see any resemblance.
He doesn't have the hat.
It's the hat.
It's that.
I spoke to a representative of SAG today.
Oh.
These are some stats they gave me. Starting in your 20s for women in their 20s upon first entering SAG receive the highest percentage of leading roles, experienced or not.
There's nothing like saggy women, I always say.
Exactly. But here's the thing, though. This number drops significantly past the age of 30. So there's a real short window for you to make your money and get out if you're a woman. The other thing is that woman's career path is often determined by from a slide, and I don't want to use the word that they're using. Okay, remember they used to call them it girls back in the day. Okay,
yeah, Clara Bow.
Well, now they're called tit girls, and I hate to say that, but they went from it girls to tit girls, and that's what the rep at SAG said, and then they're her words.
Wow. She has a good memory.
Yeah. Women over 50 are commonly cast in supporting and minor roles, star or not. If you ever want to see a blaring example of that, Driving Miss Daisy. Okay. And Jessica Tandy was an amazing actress back in the 40s and 50s, and she was relegated to supporting roles. But her entire role in Driving Miss Daisy was a passenger in a car. Morgan Freeman was the star of the film, the chauffeur.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a kind of, just me again, Cal, I thought it was a slight on Jessica Tandy and her magnificent career. Did you ever work, Nick, with Uta Hagen or Stella Adler?
No, never did. I read the books.
Could you tell everybody who Uta and Stella are, please?
Well, Uta Hagen was an actress who actually found her way through teaching. And apparently she was an excellent teacher, and she didn't do, it wasn't the method, but she was a realistic, she told you exactly what you needed to know. And if she felt you didn't have it, she would tell you. She would say,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you don't have that extra something that will get you work.
Right.
And then Stella Adler, again, a great actress who found her way through teaching and ended up, both of them ended up writing very important books for actors. Respect for Acting, and I forget what Stella's was called. Anyway, Respect for Acting is very good, by the way.
Yeah. Uta Hagen's first graduating class, Charles Nelson Riley, Hal Holbrook.
Charles Nelson Riley.
Yeah. Charles Nelson Riley and Hal Holbrook, Jerry Stiller and Mira. What the hell was his name? Oh, give me a second. No, what? That wasn't him.
Must be an Asian actor.
Yeah, I'm sure. But she had a hell of a first graduating class. There was a number of people, and I don't have that anything in front of me, by the way.
I have a buddy who went to Uta, who worked with Uta, Louis Stadlin, who played Groucho in Minnie's Boys on Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah, big Broadway actor, great guy. He worked with Uta, and he says she was the best. He loved working with her.
And the others were David Jansen and and I forgot. Darren McGavin.
Oh, okay. Boy, it's like our whole past.
Yeah,
it's like television from the 70s.
I just had to remember. Again, those names, I didn't have them written down.
You remembered all those names?
Yeah.
He does. He's got a good memory.
That's good. Really.
Ageism is a word that we're hearing now associated with Hollywood. Age discrimination has been replaced by ageism. Interesting choice of words. While women over 50, and as I said, and it bears repeating because it's going to go into something else here, over 50 are commonly cast in supporting or minor roles, and the research shows a sharp decline in the number of major female characters after they turn 40.
Yeah.
So 20 to 30 is the golden goose age.
That's
30 to 40, you're still able to get work. After 40, I guess you become less desirable the closer the breast to hit the floor. You know?
Guess it's too late for me.
and
That's why you need a push-up bra.
men in Hollywood,
or just a few push-ups,
right?
I wanted to bring Angela, if I may interrupt.
Yes, sir. Well, why not? I interrupted you twice today. Good.
I was going to say I'm learning by example.
I'll teach you.
I was going to say the difference between today and yesterday. Okay. Do you remember back in the old days, one of the biggest stars in America, in fact, number one at the box office, was Marie Dressler, and she was in her 60s. This was the number one box office draw. And there were older people. They were character stars in those days, right? Like Sidney Greenstreet was a character star. He didn't make his first movie till he was 61. Okay. Now it's youth. Everything, the whole culture is about youth. And it's not just Hollywood. It's everywhere. It's all about youth. And you know what? Since I started going gray, letting my gray come in and all that stuff, you get treated differently. You're not considered. You feel invisible a lot.
I appreciate people like Don Knotts, who gave people, older actors, work in his films. Don Knotts was one of those unsung heroes who actually hired older people.
Jerry Lewis did the same thing. Jerry Lewis did the same thing.
Yeah. Arthur O'Connell had a second career because of Don Knotts. He went on to play with Don Knotts in 4 films. He did 2 films with Elvis Presley. He was actually considered to be the Jack Albertson role in Chico and the Man and shortly after that, he passed.
Wow. Well, so did Freddie Prinze.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That was a shock.
That was a shocker.
Freddie Prinze Jr. died?
No, the dad, his dad did.
His dad.
Yeah.
Committed suicide.
Yeah. But it's interesting. The men, that salt and pepper, you would think that, the women gets gray, she's an old hag. A guy gets gray, he's distinguished.
Yeah, he's a silver Yeah.
Well, right now you look very distinguished, Nick.
Well, thank you. That means I look very gray. Thank you.
And that's why I shaved my Amelia. When I had my beard, did I look like Santa or what?
Oh yeah, he had great.
I was everywhere, brother. That's why I keep it shaving now.
I know. One day I looked and I was like, "Wait a minute, who are you?" I didn't recognize him.
But it's interesting that men in Hollywood appear to have a significantly longer career.
Yeah.
As older male actors often play romantic leads opposite much younger women, because obviously there are no older women to be found in Hollywood. And we know now it's by design, folks. It's by design. Career slowdown for directors. They are not immune. A study found that the probability of hiring directors drops significantly over the age of 45.
It's a youth culture, my friend.
John Huston did his best work in his 70s and 80s.
And
he was almost 90 when he passed. He might have been older than 90, but he was pushing 90, though, for sure. The best work he did was Chinatown, and he wasn't no young guy, man, when he did that. And he was smart because he hired his daughter to work in that film, too.
Yeah, and she's a great actress. But I got to tell you that this is more of a modern phenomenon, but this is what our culture is like. We pick one old person to be the old person in Hollywood. For the longest time, it was George Burns.
Yeah.
Okay? All anyone talked when anyone brought up an old person, it was George Burns, and he worked all the time and all this stuff. He was the old guy. Then it became Betty White. Betty White became the old person. And we have room for one, maybe two. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. It really is disgusting.
In the 1980s, almost virtually every black male was played by Scatman Crothers.
Right. I didn't know he was into blackmail. Was he arrested?
He should have been for some of the parts he took. If they were looking for a black guy, particularly an older black guy, it was Scatman Crothers, and you guys are too young to remember, but there was a woman that did a lot of work back in the 70s and 80s, and she's with the Lord now. Her name was Moms Mabley. She was a black woman who did essentially stand-up, but she really didn't do stand-up. She told stories about her family.
Well, that was her stand-up.
That was her stand-up, and that was hilarious.
She used to scare me when I was little because I didn't know what she was. I didn't know if she was male, female, human. Seriously.
Yeah, no.
Like this. Yeah, it was like this. You see, my husband used to blah, blah, blah.
And I had no idea what she was talking about, and she scared me.
Because she didn't have a tooth in her head, Nick.
True. That's true.
She didn't have a single tooth in her head.
She was the Gabby Hayes of comedy.
Stereotyping. It used to be African Americans were stereotyped. Now, the interesting thing is that African Americans are actually getting more work per diem, more work per capita than white actors of the same age range. But here are some statistics. Still, even now in 2025, homosexuals are underrepresented and many times misrepresented in their casting in film. The pay gap between straight and gay actors is significant. There's a 70% gap in pay between working white straight actors and working working white homosexual actors.
This
There's a
important
lot-
to say. Important to say here that this is SAG. This is not equity. Equity
yeah,
is
this
the other
is-
way around.
Yes. Yeah, this is just come from Screen Actors Guild.
Yes.
Is it because they want to see more gay actors, Angelo? Is that why?
That's a real good question. And you know what, Amelia? I could sit here and bullshit and answer, but I'm not even going to try and do that. I'm not even going to try. I don't know what their thinking is. I can't. Nick, you've been around television and film longer than I.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just play, what if? Let's play the game. What if? What if Amelia's question were reversed? What if it were, why is there a discrepancy between straight actors getting roles instead of gay actors getting roles? What would Amelia? You understand where I'm going with that? Say your question.
Yeah, like, why would more straight actors get roles than gay actors?
The only thing I could possibly imagine, and it's the obvious answer, because number one, half the gay actors, you don't know they're gay.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea.
That's the truth. You don't.
You don't. It's the flamboyant ones that is their actual character in life. Those are the ones you recognize as being that. And I wouldn't hire that person as a leading man,
And interestingly enough, that's exactly the reason they're not being hired.
Mm-hmm.
They'll hire a straight actor to play a gay role rather than hire a gay actor who may be very, very good for that role, but his real personality is over the top. I know we got a guy, a dear friend of our show, Jeffrey Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey's a hell of a guy, but he is like out there. He's a hell of an actor. He can sing. He can do theater. He's done television, film. He's an Emmy award-winning writer. The guy's an amazing talent, but he's one of those guys where he literally on this show, Amelia, tell me if I'm lying, texted me a note and said, "You can shut up now. The show's mine."
Yes,
like
did.
he literally said that.
Really?
To which I interrupted him every chance I fucking got.
Every time from now on.
Every chance I got, I busted his balls so fucking bad. But the discrepancy in pay is what I'm interested in here. Why is there such a discrepancy between television, film, and theater? What's the linchpin for theater actors to get that pay?
Well, they never will, because again,
why is that?
Well, it makes tell you the truth, it makes perfect sense. Television and film reaches millions, maybe even billions, whereas theater does maybe at the top 5,000 at a time.
Oh, okay.
So I did the producers for 5 years, okay, and we're talking a lot of performances, but I was in the movie that was seen by millions, in that one tiny little thing that I did in the movie. And the whole theater thing was much, much, much smaller. It's
Nick, may I ask you a question?
Yes.
I have a question for you, Nick.
Yeah.
Did you work with Nathan and Matthew?
Yes, I was with all three companies.
Okay. Because I know Nathan a little bit. Okay. I'm not probably not like you do. But when he also did Matthew and Nathan did the film version as well, the remake of the Zero Mostel, and that
horrible.
Was you guys, oh my God, Zero Mostel and God rest his soul, Gene Wilder, they were brilliant. And again, I have a soft spot for comedy actors. Dick Shawn, rest his soul, who literally died on stage.
Yep.
He literally died on stage.
In front of his son. In front of his son. His son was in the audience.
His son was in the audience, and they thought it was part of the show, and they were laughing until there was no more laughter. Yeah. He was such a great actor. You have to see that version of the producers, and then watch the Nathan Lane, Matthew Broderick producers.
In fact, watch the Zero Mostel one and don't watch the Nathan Lane.
Right, yeah.
I think it's awful.
It is. It's horrible. It really is.
Horrible. You know, and Mel looked like, when we were shooting, Susan Stroman was the director. She never directed a film before, and it was obvious.
Yeah.
And
it shows.
Mel was sitting off to the side looking like, well, first of all, his wife had just passed away like the month before.
Anne Bancroft. Yeah.
And he was very, very down, very down. So you know how I cheered him up? I showed him a picture of me and the Ritz brothers. And he loves the Ritz brothers.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was nice. It was a
That's
nice show.
one guy that I have a wish list. I had 5 people on my wish list. 3 of them are deceased now. But the 2 I would love to be able to talk to are Rob Reiner and pick his head about his dad, Carl Reiner. And I would love to be able to just give me 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes with Mel Brooks.
You wouldn't get a word in.
I wouldn't have to. I would sit here and go.
We'd be like this.
Absolutely. I would love to. If you can make that happen, I would love for that to happen.
Oh, he's almost 100. He's not in great shape.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Speaking of, look at the God rest his soul. Now he passed away. But 102, 103. Norman Lear.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing,
right?
Amazing.
I had a guy on the show, 95 years old, and I was the compliment of my life. He called me a genius.
Aw.
Yeah. George Slaughter, the creator of Rowan
I
and
love
Martin.
George Slaughter. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
I had him for 2 hours at 95 years old, and how many questions did I get in, y'all?
About maybe not even 15, if that. Under
Maybe
15.
I got maybe 10 in.
Yeah.
In a 2-hour show, maybe 10.
Yeah.
But you got to sit back and just listen to his. It's all about the stories.
Oh my
If
God.
he was promoting his book, he's telling the stories in the book. He wants you to buy the book,
But he's giving it all away.
but he's giving it all away because he can afford to.
Yeah, well, my God, what a history with him.
Oh
You know
my
what I
God,
mean?
please.
Just laughing alone. I mean, that changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was his
know?
baby.
He was the producer. Listen to this one, you guys. He was the producer of the Judy Garland show.
Yeah.
Okay, he
One of them.
produced one of them. He produced and directed Judy's show in 1964. Was it 64, Nick, or 65?
64.
64. So I was right. Okay, good. Because I'd hate to be wrong on top of being loud in front of you, Nick.
Yeah. You want me to turn my back?
No. It's going to be one of these.
It's that kind of show now.
It's almost
Yes,
8
it
o'clock,
is,
and all we
Cal.
did was laugh most of the night. I love it.
I know,
It's
right?
the kind of shows we love. Let me just finish up with the age thing, because we were going to have a serious discussion on age, but you know what? You can't. Not with Nick Santa Maria.
Lots of luck.
But anyway, if you guys are interested in, I'll send you a copy of what I got from SAG. Ask me, I'll email it to you. No problem. There you go. Anyway, so that's all done. I do have Nick Santa Maria's biography in front of me.
Oh my God.
It is.
I didn't do it. I promise. I thought she was 18.
By those people who keep the records, it is estimated that you have been in no less than 40 Broadway productions. Is that about right?
Wow.
I've been in 2.
Okay.
Okay.
We
you were
know
close.
that the sheets are bullshit. Okay.
Yeah. It's AI.
By the way, folks, don't ever do anything AI, because the AI will lie to you.
Yeah.
They do.
They said, yeah.
I correct them. I have to
After Nick
correct my
Santa
guy.
Maria, a veteran of the stage, has been in no less than 40 Broadway productions in his career.
Mm-hmm.
He has spent time like it minimizing it. I want to read it directly. He has spent time in television and film, but his career path has been focused on his calling in musical theater.
I take issue with that.
Okay.
I was only in musical theater because I was forced into it. I told you the story last night. I didn't even audition for it. I wasn't even thinking about it. So
Funny thing happened on the way.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
No, please.
No,
please
I don't want to talk. God forbid.
Oh no, go please. I hear the rest of it. I have to hear the rest of it now.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Don't worry about it.
No. Anyway, it's funny. I can sing. I'm fairly graceful on a stage, but I've done straight comedy. I've done 4 Neil Simon plays. I've done straight roles. I've done comedies, without music. I much prefer straight theater than I do musicals. It's much harder work to do a musical,
Oh yeah,
it is.
But the role that I'm known for in Los Angeles, especially, is Pseudolus in A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. They wrote that for me. They didn't know it at the time, but they wrote it for me. It's mine.
I was going to ask you about that when I made you forget your question, but that was just going to talk about Funny Thing Happened.
I remember the question now. I just can't remember your name.
Yeah. You originated the Genie.
Yes.
Which is that's a coup.
It was one of the biggest jobs I ever had.
And again, I would love to have been able to play it. Disney would not give us a playwright on it. So anyway, we have to talk a little bit about. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Hot damn! We got to talk a little bit about some of this. God of Carnage, 2011. You played Alan Raleigh. Talk to me about that.
That was a big hit on Broadway, big dramatic hit. They made it into a movie, not a very good movie. But it's the story of parents getting together to talk about their children who were fighting at school. And as the play progresses, the parents become more immature than the children, and it gets very, very difficult. Let's put it that way.
I played Roscoe in Singing in the Rain.
Yeah, I did that at the Music Circus. And,
I love the film. There's musical. Man, I love the musicals. I love Donald O'Connor and Debbie Reynolds and Gene Kelly. God rest them all. But you know what? That kind of stuff. I miss that. I really do. I'm going to get melancholy. I miss that stuff. I really do.
Gene Kelly called me once.
What did he want? Did he want my number?
Borrow money, I have to tell him. You know how they get.
Yeah, that happened once with me with a wrestler named Mr. Fuji. But
yeah. Did you mount him?
No, but Mr. Fuji had been mounted.
That's where they got Mount Fuji.
And yes, they sure did. You know who I'm talking about. This show's going to be one for the books. The Odd Couple. You played Oscar.
One of my favorite plays and one of my favorite roles. Oh yeah, it's just hard not. It's just hard not to do Walter Matthau.
Wow, because I could see you as Felix. I really could.
I could do either one, but I'm a better Oscar.
Wow. And of course, you got this thing about following Zero Mostel. Funny thing happened.
Okay, let me explain something to you.
Max Bialystock. Go ahead, talk to me.
Zero Mostel and people like Nathan Lane, Zero Mostel, myself, we do something I call big comedy. It's not, there's nothing subtle about it. It's laid in your lap, and it's something that not a lot of people can do anymore. So when I lived in Los Angeles, when a part would come up, where you needed someone larger than life, they always came to me.
Yeah.
So that's why Pseudolus is my baby, because they allow me to ad lib all through the show. And the genie for Disney was the same thing. I was the only Disney performer allowed to ad lib. So that was quite something.
It's very clear that your ability to improvise and ad lib is sharp. Your wit is sharp. And it is, and I mean this from my heart, it is an art form to be able to improvise on that level in front of live people. Where there's no take, cut. If you get one shot, that's it. And if you mess up, 2,600 people in that theater are going to see your mess up.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You know?
Now you're reading the Abbott and Costello book that
I am.
I've written, and do you know how they worked? They didn't even read the script.
No, I knew that.
The director would tell them what the scene was about, where they
would
had to
get
begin
bullet
and
points,
where they
right?
had to end, and then they would come up with it. And the poor actors they were working with were waiting for their cues that never came.
Oh no!
They would,
but it kept the comedy fresh.
They would get bullet points, which it's almost unheard of now, just to give bullet points. But they would get bullet points. The Stooges were very much the same way. Moe, Larry, and Curly, Shemp, God rest them. I don't think they know what a script looked like.
No,
because everything they did was pretty much off the cuff. They had perfected their physical comedy to an art form where they literally didn't hurt each other. You know,
my dad actually saw the Three Stooges with Curly on stage, and he said they weren't funny. He said they were very disappointed because there were no sound effects, and without the sound effects, the Stooges are nothing. That's I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. Without those sound effects, try and imagine it. Just try to imagine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Think about the clip that we just saw, the Biffle and Schuster clip, where Schuster gives Biffle the pop on the nose and you hear the horn.
Yeah.
Imagine if there were no sound effects there.
That's what I'm saying.
Just how the subtlety of a horn or or like we have them here, Nick, and we have subtleties here. We have our gong.
Wow.
We have the heartbeat
and Mongo Santa Maria.
Right?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh, I don't remember eating that.
And after this show, here's what's going to happen. The 10-bell salute for this fucking show tonight. Oh, man.
You ready?
I'll tell you, Nick, promote away. Promote anything you want. What do you got coming up? Let people know about it. We got 4 minutes left on this, baby.
Oh, my God.
It is in the books.
We are on, what is it, Monday? No, Friday. We're recording episode 40 of my podcast, Abbott and Costello Meet the Podcast. We're going to be talking about the television shows. So that's coming up. I also that's all that's coming up, really.
You forgot.
I'm a caregiver for my 94-year-old mother now.
Well, if I ever have the chance to come on your show, you can interrupt me all you want, my friend.
Please do, please.
If I get 2 words in, I'm a happy camper. I just want to be on the same show with Nick Santamaria and his partner. Anyway, Nick, you are I apologize. Sometimes I get overzealous and I have to get everything out because I do have like a memory about like this. Okay, Amelia, am I lying?
No,
I do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I remember to shut up, but
I forgive you. I do, honestly.
Thank you.
Honestly, I have a thing about conversation. I'm very, very meticulous about it. In fact, I have a phone phobia. I don't like to talk on the phone because people are always talking over. You can't see them, so you're talking over, and it drives me crazy. So that's why I had to say something. Please forgive me.
No, you're 1,000% in the right. Please, it's all good. Cal, what do you got coming up? Anything?
I mean, no, nothing coming up yet.
Oh, yes, you do, my friend. You got something coming up.
Well, this week I know me and Amelia have the show on dementia.
Well, that's coming up. Hello.
Yeah.
Good of you to mention that.
Yeah, we're doing a show. Amelia and Cal, Big Cal, are going to do a show on dementia, causes, effects, and possible cure. But Cal, the other thing you have coming up is you have Nick Santamaria's website to go to.
Mm-hmm.
He's got stuff that's going to teach you acting, my friend. Acting. That's what you want.
Oh.
Are you
Right?
studying anywhere, Cal?
Am I what?
Are you studying anywhere?
No, I just got really lucky, and I've done two I've done 2 shows for HBO, and I just filmed a movie. Like, I'm just one of those that got my foot in the doors, and I'm just a little more lucky than most.
Okay, that's great. That's
Like,
great.
no
Well,
agent,
what
nothing.
he's not telling you is he just has walk-ons. That's all.
No, it's okay. I mean, when I was starting out, I was very lucky. I was in
He's the
I
guy
was
that
doing,
you go, "Whoop," and then
I
he's
was
gone.
doing extra work. I'm still talking.
Yeah.
I was doing extra work for a movie called 6 Weeks with Dudley Moore and Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah.
And I was standing with the crowd, and we were freezing at LAX at the airport. And the assistant director comes by and says, "You and you," and it was one of them was me.
Huh.
Well, I got to do a scene with Dudley Moore and Mary Tyler Moore.
Awesome.
You talk about lucky. That was my first movie job, you know? So it didn't lead to anything because it was basically just kind of beefed up extra work, but it was exciting. It wasn't exciting to do your work, Cal?
I mean, it definitely was, and I got to work with John Goodman, Walton Goggins, Danny McBride, Michael Rooker, Sean
Nice.
William Scott, and I actually got my first speaking role in the movie I was just in.
Congratulations.
I got to play a guy that's in an insane asylum.
Perfect.
And he thinks he's Johnny Depp.
Did you wear that?
Huh?
Did you wear that?
No.
Typecasting. Perfect.
Yeah, I had my robe on, black shirt, blue jeans, hat, black hat. But
some people just get lucky, Nick. They fall into shit and they come out smelling like a rose.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, my first movie was with Daniel Roebuck and Dwayne Whitaker from Pulp Fiction. So,
did you see Danny Roebuck in the thing they showed, the Biffle and Schuster thing?
No, I have not.
He was the guy selling the hot dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want yesterday's soup?
Yeah.
Yesterday's soup? That's Danny.
It went right past you.
Yeah, Danny's a buddy of mine. And did you notice Robert Picardo from Star Trek? He was the guy, "You'd be slubbering mothworm." That's Bob Picardo. He played the doctor. And
I should have realized that.
My first film was Eddie and the Cruisers. I had a little fart of a part but when I had Michael Paré on the show, he remembered.
He remembered like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he remembered immediately. He goes, "How you doing again, Mad Dog?" Love it.
Hey, how you doing?
Listen, Nick, thank you so much. This is one for the books. These 2 nights have been remarkable.
Worth waiting for.
If it's okay, can I send Cal your way? Can I hook him up with you?
Sure.
Okay, Cal.
After the show, are you on Facebook, Cal?
I actually just got back on Facebook. I thought I was permanently banned, but I got on this morning.
So friend me, Nick Santamaria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, will do. I'll be glad to, learn whatever you have to teach me. And
it's just a lot of fun.
Remember something. Remain humble.
Yes.
Okay? Remain humble.
Because people
For
will think
Nick
you're great.
Santamaria, who is an amazing guest, anytime we can get him, it's always a welcome opportunity.
Thank you, bud.
Brain to laugh, to have some fun, and to be the butt of his joke sometimes. And look, I'm a big butt.
I'd definitely love to have you back on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank
For
you.
Amelia Pitbull Chapman, for Big Cal Yitter, I'm the Mad Dog. God bless, folks. We'll see you tomorrow night with the Kings of Doo-Wop. Take care. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.